fucking mask up. Percocet, Miley Percocet. Chase a chick, never chase a bitch. 2 cups, toast up with the game. From food stamps to a whole nother domain.
Hey y'all, it's Danny in the building, featuring a special guest.
Which is Desi.
Hey.
Hey
Today she's gonna be helping me dye my hair a shade of red. I think it's
magenta.
It's magenta. We're using L'Oreal's HiColor HiLights. And since everyone's asking me how I dye my hair and what I do and the technique and stuff, I'm gonna bring you guys along on my journey on how I dye my hair. So let's get to it. For this particular dye, you do need to get some developer, or at least I put developer with it. I feel as though it works better with developer. And on top of that, I would say get a mixing bowl if you don't already have one, because this dye does contain bleach in it, and you do want to mix it to make sure you apply evenly. So on that note, you also, if you do have curly hair like mine, I would advise that you blow dry it or stretch it a bit so that way it's easier to apply to all your hair and make sure the color comes out evenly and not patchy and stuff like that. Okay, so when I dye my hair, or at least when I'm using, bleach or a dye that contains bleach, I like to section my hair off. So what I'll do is I'll section it halfway.
With the comb.
Of course with the comb. I also might want to section it. And then I'll do half and I'll put this away. And then I'll go straight to this side and I'll section this side off into 2. I'll make it into 2 sections so that way I don't overuse any products or I use too much in one section and I don't have enough.
Part it like that.
And that way I don't have too much color.
You just edit it.
That way I won't use too much on one section. So basically, this is pretty simple. This is a simple step. All you're gonna do is just squeeze the dye out. Make sure you get all of it out because listen, these little packets are $5 each, and I like to get my money's worth. So I like to use 30 volume developer because I feel as though 20 is just not enough and 40 is just too much, and I do want to keep my hair on my head. So I use 30 and I just mix it, I eyeball it. I don't use no measuring cup because I feel like that's just too much. I just eyeball it and that's it. That's how I mix it. Mix it. You don't want it to be too watery. You want it to be like kind of like, I want to say like a paste. Not exactly a paste. More like like cream. You want it to be very creamy. So that way it's easier to apply, but you don't want it to be watered down or anything because then it makes it harder to apply to the hair and it wouldn't stick, it would just drip. So you want to mix it until it's exactly like this. Kind of like, I want to say cake batter. You're gonna mix it you're gonna mix it as if it was cake batter. You don't want it to be too liquidy. Like this is perfect. You see it, it's not dripping. Okay, so even though I already applied it all, basically what you want to do is you just want to grab a little bit and just stroke it all over your hair and then like rub it in to make sure you I have to make sure I saturate because my hair is very coarse. But you usually want to make sure that your hair absorbs the dye. And that's it, honestly. It's very repetitive, that's why I record the whole thing.